What's going on, everyone? Week 10 Circa Survivor Show. Rob Brink and myself, Russell Clay. We're going to go through the staff's picks against the spread and talk about Survivor, of which, if you're still in now, I hate you, but I'm happy for you. What's up, Rob?
What's going down, Russ? Russ, we have discovered what we have known to be true for 10 weeks, but it's unfortunately like at this point, dude, we can't deny it anymore. It's not like it's a thing.
It is a thing. Our top pick every week, the highest confidence, somehow gets exposed, loses by 1 point. The Jags one was pretty close, but which one was it last week? The Chiefs somehow lost to the old Bills there in the regular season again. But yeah, this is a bit, Rob, and I'm going to start making money off it. So I'm going to inverse us this week. We'll see how it plays out. Hopefully my bet will knock
The
us
second
back.
you bet it is the second we start
Yeah.
winning. So
Let's do that. I'm gonna make a losing bet here, and we'll turn
make
this.
Make a dollar bet, Russ, and get us going.
Speaking of terrible games, last night, did you watch the game last night? Broncos Raiders. Geno Smith was falling all over himself, as was Bo Nix. Glad I stayed away from that game overall.
Bo Nix, every throw, I've never seen a quarterback that every throw looks hard. He never just makes like what looks like an easy, throw and catch. Every throw seems to be a struggle for him. He's on the move, he's diving, he's jumping, he's leaping. Just throw the fucking football, man.
He's like me trying to sign into my Apple account, right? I have to reset it every time. It's just not going to happen. They are 8-2 somehow. It's not a good 8-2, but
they're the Chiefs.
It's ugly. So, all right, let's get into it. Colts Falcons. Colts minus 6.5. You're a 1 here on the Colts. Tyler's a 2. The Colts should win this game. Teams have been able to run on the Falcons. This is a big week for Daniel Jones. He got exposed last week. Steelers D starting to play well. I don't know if that was Steelers D starting to turn it around or they just had a good read on dimes. We're going to find out in this game. So,
I mean, look, that game came down. It was like 3 or might have been 4 or 5 turnovers. Like it was an insane amount of turnovers by the Colts. And so, in my opinion, the loss last week, which I was on the Steelers, but the loss last week brought this number down 0.5 point. Okay. So, laying the 6.5 at home against a sort of a woeful Atlanta team. Yeah. Jonathan Taylor's absolutely going to eat. And I'm totally good. I only have a 1. Tyler's got a 2. So not our strongest conviction play, but it feels okay to me.
I like it. Yeah. And even if Dimes is exposed, maybe they just run the ball and make Taylor. So I like it. Browns, Jets plus 2.5 for the Jets at home. Rich is a 5 on the Browns here. The Jets traded everyone, but I'm still staying away, and it feels like we are.
But when Rich Moletto has any number on the Browns, you should totally ignore it. Like, this dude is the biggest homer. I mean, I take the Steelers with the spots that I think they're actually capable of winning the game. Rich just takes the Browns. And so, look, it probably does actually make sense with where the Jets are, but it's still just funny to see Rich continuing to be a homer on his Cleveland Browns.
In theory, the Jets should be worse trading 2 of their best players, but we see this in the NFL. Once the top guys are stripped, there's like a week or 2 where they kind of rally. So I don't know if it's one of those. I don't want to deal with Dylan Gabriel winning me money though. So that's where I'm at. All right. Saints, Panthers minus 5.5. Rob, this team just somehow keeps winning. I don't know how. I don't know if they're good. I know their running game is solid. The Saints team, I'm glad we're staying away from this one, but
Absolutely. Yeah, like no, the Panthers are not good. Oh no, dude. Oh, here it is.
There
The
we go.
the
Producer Rob.
Yeah, the producer here is off his game. But look, to answer your question, just no on all fronts. No, this is a terrible game. I can't believe anyone will actually tune into this.
And if you bet on that,
Godspeed.
come over to the bets on Fantasy Guru. We'll get you set up with something a little better than betting on the Panthers or Saints here. All right. Bills, Dolphins. Rob, you're a 5 here on the Bills. I am a 2 here on the Bills, -9.5. In theory, I guess you could say it's a letdown game after beating the Chiefs last week, but I'm ready to be done with Capri Pants McDaniel. Where you at, Rob?
Not only are you done with the Capri Pants and the giant gold frames, I think his team is done with him.
Yeah.
And so that's the key. And if Buffalo wants to stomp on somebody, and this is just an absolute fantastic spot to stomp on somebody. Not to mention, it's a big win for them to get. And so, yeah, my strongest confidence this week's on Buffalo.
All right. Jaguars, Texans. Jeff's a 3 on the Jaguars, -1.5. Tyler's a 1 on the Jaguars, -1.5. Rich is a 3 on the Texans. Phil's a 2 on the Jaguars. CJ Stroud is out. I guess the theory is we can just bet against Davis Mills.
Yeah, I didn't realize this was a Davis Mills game, if I'm being totally honest with everyone. And so I tell you what I'm going to do, Russ. I haven't done this like all season, I don't think, but a little spreadsheet move for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump on the Jags here as well.
They are a nightmare, but they should absolutely win this game. And don't watch it, but just take the win and get out of there. 1.5. I mean, so unless it's a 1-point game, if they win outright, you're fine. So
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah. Ravens, Vikings. Jeff's a 2 here on the Ravens to cover. I kind of like it. JJ McCarthy is fine, but he's not really a game changer. And this Ravens team needs to win. They do this seemingly every year. They get off to a horrible start and then they rally and then they're the Ravens again. They looked like that last week. Tougher matchup here, but no one else other than Jeff touched this one.
I think Jeff's right, though. I do think Jeff's right. This Ravens team, well, we all saw last week what Lamar did on his coming back party. And so, yeah, I think I'm okay with the Ravens play here. Looks like everyone's off of it, though, Russ, so we probably won't touch this one. But the next game is more interesting to me.
Patriots, Bucks. Jeff is a 4 on the Bucks. Phil's a 1 on the Bucks, -2.5. I don't want to bet against Drake May at this point. I do think the Bucks should win this game. I just think Drake May's live pretty much any week. So, but he had a bad game last week, and if he continues to sort of fall back to earth a little bit, I could see this playing out. But another game where it's tough.
Bucks are going to go down 2 scores at half. Baker Mayfield is going to find a miracle in the third, and then another one in the fourth, and they're going to come down and kick a field goal to cover. Is basically the way that the Bucks see it as God, right, Russ? So,
yeah,
I'm on the Bucks here for sure. So I don't hate the play, but like you said, like the Patriots are a little bit dangerous. What Baker and these Bucks are doing in the fourth quarter is pretty wild.
It really is true. It feels like every game they get the last second field goal. So 2.5. You get that last second field goal for the win. I get it. Bears, Giants. Jeff's a 5 on the Giants +4.5. I am a 3 on the Bears -4.5. That's fine. I don't care.
Well, I moved off of Bears on the Jags, and so it's giving me a lot of pause that Jeff is a 5 on the Giants. Jeff, the Bears fan, and so like, what does he know, Russ?
Oh, he's had a good read on this team this year. They are pretty good, but he's had a good read on them. So I got to give credit where it's due.
I don't know what Jeff knows, so I'm just gonna stay off of it. That's why I moved off.
Yeah, so we won't be doing that one, but that is a crazy game. That should be a fun game to watch. Jackson Dart has actually made the Giants pretty fun, and this Bears team, it's not always pretty, but they have a good running game. I don't know. So, yeah. Cardinals, Seahawks minus 6.5. Tyler's a 4 here on the Seahawks. I'm a 4 here on the Seahawks. That defense is unbelievable for the Seahawks. I've liked being on them the last month. They just destroy people. So Sam Darnold, always a little, you got to worry about the backdoors at the end of these games because they can't run, and he throws the stupidest picks at the end of these games. But is Brissett, I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Rob?
I hate everything about this Cardinals team.
Yeah.
Top to bottom, I hate it. I hate the entire team. And so I'm Seahawks less than a touchdown. I'm cool with it. But I don't know what to think about Brissett. Looks okay.
He's all right. He's all right.
Always, like anyone's ever in that whole discussion, he's all right. Like every discussion about Jacoby Brissett, that's where it lands.
It's like he's not bad. He's not I don't know.
He doesn't suck.
He doesn't suck. That's exactly, he's what, 10 years in? That's exactly what it is.
He just doesn't suck.
All right. Lions, Commanders. Lions minus 7.5 on the road against this Commanders team. Probably no Jaden Daniels for hopefully the rest of the season. I'm a 1 here on the Lions to cover. Rich is a 4. Phil's a 4. I can get there. With Mariota,
Yeah, I totally forgot about Daniels. That's why it's never made no sense to me. But yeah, I'm okay with it. Like they're a bad football team without him, and they're an okay football team with him. So it's like, and we all know what the Giants are capable, or the Lions are capable of. So yeah, I think it's okay. Well, I don't know if it's close. It's close to a play.
Yep.
We don't have a major consensus for you to fade.
I know. Well, I guess maybe we'll have to start. Oh, maybe the Eagles. Well, we'll get to that one in a little bit. Rams minus 4.5 against the 49ers. Jeff's a 1 here on the Rams. Tyler's a 3 here. I'm a 5 here. Phil's a 3 here. And the only reason I'm really on this is because Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay are doing goofy shit, Rob. They're throwing at the 1. They're rubbing it in. They're putting up a ton of points every week on purpose. And we see a lot of these teams now that call off the dogs once they have the win. This Rams team is rubbing it in. And this 49ers team is just, everybody's hurt. So that's where I'm at with the Rams. Where are you at?
Yeah, same. I mean, they've been a really fun team to watch. I've really enjoyed the Rams this year, and I haven't been a Rams guy. And with that said, like the Niners are just a shell. I mean, they're so one-sided right now, which has been pretty good for McCaffrey for fantasy. He's fine this week, right?
Yep.
Yeah. But, Rams are fine. I am totally cool with this play. Looks like we're on it.
Steelers, Chargers. Where are we at, Rob, with the Steelers team? We got Rich as a 1 on the Steelers. You are 2. I could be talked into this one too.
I think every time I pick the Steelers, people just look at me like I'm Rich Mileto, taking the Browns. And in my defense, I think I've been right about the Steelers just about every single week. They turned a corner last week, Russ. What you saw was
Okay.
that defense turning a corner. We all knew that they could not stay down as long as they have. That talent pool is just too high, except for Joey Porter Jr., who I'm done with. But yeah, I think the Steelers here on the road, getting the 2.5. Defense is firing. Hurwitt's going to be running for his life. It's a great spot.
I like it. All right. Eagles, Packers. Rob, you're 4 here on the Eagles, plus 2.5 on the road. Tyler's a 5 here. Phil's a 5 here, and Rich is a 2. All on the Eagles against this Packers team that lost Tucker Kraft for the season last week. Jordan Love, Rob, he just throws the ball up in the air and hopes it gets there. Sometimes it works. Sometimes there's games where he just completes 5 of them. I don't know if it's going to work against the Eagles, but we'll see.
Packers are total frauds. They wiped us out of Survivor one week. I just think this team I just think they're fraudulent. And what we know about Philly, they're not playing great football right now. But they are a very, very good football team. Like no one can convince me that Barkley is washed and Brown is washed. Like you just are not going to convince me of that. And so I don't know, getting 2.5 points. Yeah, I'm all over it again. I think this Packers team is just not for real.
Yeah. Plus money on the Eagles. I feel like we should take that as long as this era lasts, probably whenever we can, right? I like that play. All right. So our looks like the Eagles play is one we're on. The Rams, minus 4.5 against the 49ers. Maybe the Jaguars, maybe not. Bills, Rob, looks like we're going to have some work on our hands to figure this one out. Seahawks, minus 6.5. Pretty spread.
I'm going to go yell at Armando and Ted to get plays in for us so they can break some ties.
There you go. Yeah, we'll probably have clarity after Ted and Armando put them in. And Survivor.
Oh, boy, Russ, I don't even know where to go. Like, I'll be honest, I've stopped tracking anything Survivor related.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what anyone has left, honestly.
You wouldn't think the Colts, and it's kind of a weird thing, like the Panthers. Would you do Panthers?
My guess is there's a lot of Browns hanging out there.
Browns, yep. I mean, if it's a Browns and Panthers week, it's not going to be fun for somebody, probably.
Very well
right?
could be.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to throw out there, Rob, before we head out?
No, that's it. Thanks for watching.
All right, guys. We'll catch you next week.